Hello everyone and welcome to this week's live stream. Today is a 2-in-1 live stream with an appearance from a special guest, the wonderful Mod Sween. Hello Mod Sween, how are you today?
Oh, even better for being called special. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very excited to have you on here today, specifically because you're here to tell us something important, a statement. Do you want to go into that in a bit more detail? Or just kind of
Sure.
round off what
I
you're here
wish
for?
it was a statement, but it's not quite a statement. I've got like a list of stuff, and I didn't have time to make it a statement, so I'm just going to ramble for a bit if people are willing to listen.
Nice, nice. I'm sure the Twitch chat will be lovely.
Oh, why is it just me? Okay, fair. That's a stitch up. So I'm going to be talking about bots, which is why I'm more uncomfortable about being alone, but I'll just crack on. I suppose the first thing to say is I'm not about to, drop a bot nuke. This is not that. This is not the fix. But I wanted to make sure that players felt like they were being listened to and heard. The last few live streams, we've seen the chat. We've seen all over social media. People are rightfully annoyed and frustrated about the botting situation. And you felt like we've been ignoring you. And we haven't really. We've been raising it internally all the time. And I thought it'd be best to just talk about it a little bit more openly, a bit more frankly. So I guess I don't know where to start, right? Like, at the moment, a lot of people are saying we're not banning bots on purpose, padding numbers and that kind of thing. Isn't true. That's untrue. I've got some stats. Maybe I'll drop those right now. What have we got? Where with me? Okay, so in August, for Old School RuneScape alone, we banned 201,600 bots. In July, we banned 261,603 bots. I won't go through all the months, but the total this year between January and August, we banned nearly 2.4 million bots. We are banning bots. Real world trade bans too. In Old School, in this year alone, again, January, August, we banned, how much is that? About 50,000 real world traders. We are still banning people. But again, we see your frustrations. It's annoying. I've been playing a lot lately. I've been proper stinky. I've been playing a ton. And I get just as frustrated as everybody else does. We do see it, and internally we're raising it often. What we're doing in the short term is we're paying closer attention to problem areas like boss high scores and stuff like that. We started tracking that, they're sharing that, the anti-cheating team. And here's where I think people might be, less inclined to listen to me and probably think I'm full of rubbish. We are working on bigger initiatives to tackle botting. We are. That's in place, it's in flight, but they're not ready to be publicly discussed yet. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, look, Mod Sween's back to announce an announcement. And I don't want to do this, but you feel like you're being ignored. And the best thing to do is just give you an honest update of where we are at, which is we're working on bigger initiatives that will have a proper impact long-term on botting and game integrity. We've learned from previous missteps. I don't know how many times I've been on stream or how many blogs I've written, and I've spoken about we're tackling botting, it'll be done by this time, it'll be done by that time, and then look where we are, 2023, nearly 2024. So we're learning from that. We want to get to a point where we're showing and not telling. But the point of me on the stream right now, and I'll be back on later to do some voice acting for Path of Glouphrie, but the point of me right now is just to make sure you feel like you're not being ignored, because you aren't. Internally, we've got all the same frustrations. Now, that's longer term, right? The bigger initiatives I mentioned. Short term, we're focused on the problem areas like boss high scores. Also, we're expanding the team. We're not just investing in tools and systems, which are what the bigger initiatives are, but we have a new head of player support and anti-cheating starting very soon. We've also got a new anti-cheating moderator coming in starting very soon. So we're still expanding the team, and that's going to add a lot more capacity and a lot more resource, and hopefully you should see an impact. So that's kind of where I'm at, really. I think maybe the last thing to say is I came back to Jagex and Old School because I do believe in the time that I was away, the leadership changes right at the top, like CEO down, and then also the leadership changes in the Old School team. We have Mod Marcos now. I feel like we've got strong leaders who want to do the right thing for the community. We've just rolled out some new internal values, and community is like a huge part of our ethos. And we want to make sure that we are adhering to that in all aspects, not just game content, all the community consultation and the polling, but also the way we handle game integrity. And this is the annoying part now, right? Where I'm going to finish rambling soon. I don't know what else to say other than I promise we are working on stuff. I promise short-term, mid-term, long-term, we're ticking boxes. We just kind of need some understanding. And here's the horrible part. We've asked for patience for years now, and you've probably run out. But this is where we're at. That's the kind of honest state of play where we're at. That's kind of me done. I'll just be reiterating the same stuff over and over again now.
Thank you, Sween. I'm not sure if you can you guys hear me? Thank you so much, Sween, for that. And we welcome Mod Squid here today. Welcome, Mod Squid. So today's live stream is going to be a two-part live stream. So the first kind of half of the live stream is going to be around Forestry and your questions with a live demo with Mod Squid. And then afterwards, we will get Mod Sween back on and do a Path of Glouphrie quest playthrough. So thank you so much, Mod Sween, for that speech, and hopefully that helped clear up some concerns that you guys have. We really appreciate it. Right, so I am just checking. So let's go through some announcements first. ! Forestry, if you're not sure what we're talking about today, is Forestry Part 2 blog, if you want to catch up with everything that we're going to be discussing today. ! Deadman will give you the information about Deadman Apocalypse. We are just double checking the winners with ACT, anti-cheating, before we publish them. !Makeship will take you to our Old School RuneScape plushies, and !Trailer to check out the Path of Glouphrie trailer. So, welcome, Mod Squid. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, ready to talk forestry. Good stuff.
Awesome. Cool. So, Forestry is introducing a lot of new mechanics to woodcutting. It's making it a lot more social, which is super exciting. In part 1, we introduced some core changes, such as things like a woodcutting bonus if you have more people cutting a tree. We had some timer changes, and we had some brand new events. So if you could just kind of introduce yourself to us, Mod Squid, and talk a little bit more about what released in part 1, and then fill us in on what we can expect from Forestry part 2 for anyone kind of new here, including what rewards you guys can look forward to. That would be awesome.
Sure. So yeah, I'm Mod Squid. I worked on Forestry Part 1. It was a game jam project that I pitched, and yeah, here we are working on Part 2. Part 1 introduced the group gathering changes to woodcutting to make it more social, so that instead of a tree having a chance to be chopped down by each person, they're now on timers, and you get a bonus for gathering with other people. There's also the whole forestry events, which are special woodcutting events that can spawn while you're chopping trees, to make your woodcutting a bit more interesting and more fun and dynamic, as well as getting some extra little rewards to go with it. So for part 2, we are introducing 6 new events. One of those is a change to the leprechaun. So we've got the pheasants event, where you help the freaky forest to control the pheasant population. We have an improvement to the leprechaun to actually add a little bit of gameplay so that you can still get some bark and extra XP. It's not just a banking event anymore. There's a beehive event where you help the beekeeper random event guy rehome some wild bees. There are some entlings events where little entlings spawn, you have to give them haircuts. There's a poachers event where some poachers are chasing foxes and you have to disarm the traps that they lay down to save the fox. And there's an enchanted ritual event where a dryad is trying to do an enchantment ritual on the tree, and you need to help her with that. They all give XP and bark, same as the current event, so it's just going to expand the variety. There's a few new rewards specific to some of those as well. So like the pheasants, you can get a pheasant outfit. There's also a fox and pheasant pet that comes from the pheasants and fox poachers events. And then of course we've got the 200 axes. We've got some Twitch's gloves, which help you get bird's nest. We've got sawmill voucher, which gives you more planks when making planks. And there's also the campfires, which are a more AFK way to train fire making, albeit at a slower pace, as well as other little improvements throughout the event. Yeah, loads of stuff.
Cool. That sounds like a lot of really good, cool updates. So you mentioned the Twitcher's gloves with the bird's nests helping you get them faster. And you mentioned also the sawmill voucher, which, as you said, reduces the GP cost for construction because of the fact that you're getting more logs. Some cosmetics as well for those fashionscapers here. One thing that I kind of want to start with, because this is the one piece of feedback that we've kind of seen most prevalent throughout socials, is discussion around the two-handed axe. So rather than kind of just trying to explain how it works, I believe we can actually give a sort of demonstration in-game about how this might look like, if that's possible.
Here we go. All right. Yeah, so here we are in game with a 200 axe on my shoulder. So we'll just quickly run through how you get one of these, and then we'll talk about the meat of how they work. So first thing you'll need is to buy a felling axe handle. And these are tradable as well, so once you've got one, you can sell them, or you can also sell the felling axe itself. And then you will go to a anvil with a hammer and the one-handed axe version, and you can convert your one-handed axe into a two-handed version. It's not reversible, but as I say, they are tradable. And then you'll get a 200 axe like this. So this is the dragon one, obviously. It still has the special attack and all that good stuff. But it has a cool new chop animation. Wrecked that tree.
Yay. Feel bad for that tree.
Yeah. So there's the chop animation. These are really cool. I like these a lot. So what do they do? So these, whenever you chop a tree successfully, when you would gather a log, the axe will try and consume 40% stamina and give you 20% extra XP for that chop. So if you get a boosted cut in exchange for some energy. So that sounds alright. But when you combine it with forestry rations, which currently exist, that give stamina when you chop, then you can keep that effect going for quite a while. So in the current game, the one-handed axe, when you chop with forestry rations, you have a 30% chance to restore 20 energy. If you're chopping with a two-handed axe, that will always happen. So that means once you've got past your initial bank of energy, then you can every other chop will be a boosted chop. So you can see my energy go up and down here. So I'm at 59, so that's going to go down by 40 and then immediately restore with a ration to 20. And then here I haven't got enough for the axe, so the next chop's going to restore some energy with the ration. There you go, back up to 43, so now the next one's going to be a boosted chop. There's a 20% chance to not receive a log when you are using a 200 axe, but that's not, if you're going for XP, that's a good thing really. It's not really a trade-off. Yeah, that's very briefly how they work. So right now I've just got a ton of rations in my forestry kit. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just getting about 10% extra XP an hour.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, having it visually on screen helps a bunch. I've just been looking at chat. Chat, let us know your feedback right now. Like, how do you feel about this kind of mechanic? I'd love to know. So could you talk us through do you have a rough idea, Squid, of the XP rates that you would be looking at in terms of what an average player might see in terms of their woodcutting XP?
With the axes, so yeah, if you have forestry rations, so which makes every other chop apart from your initial kind of drain boosted, then you'll be about 10% extra XP, because each hit is 20% extra XP. That works out with the rations to be 10%. Yeah.
Cool. All right. I'm seeing some really positive feedback so far, but I appreciate that without a beta, because unfortunately we couldn't run a beta for this, players won't actually be able to test some of these themselves. So I'd love to know from a dev point of view, this is a new mechanic, right? We're using run energy tied with a reward, pretty new. I don't think this is something we've done before. What was the thinking behind that? Like, what were you guys kind of thinking when you designed that?
So yeah, as we said, it's extra XP for without you need some resource or something to consume there, some upkeep to put into it to get that that benefit back. Otherwise, it's just a straight buff. Like, what's the point? So we were thinking about ways to do that, and it's a 200x. There's energy in the game, which doesn't really do a whole lot. We've got the Forester's rations that already exist that restore stamina, so it made sense to tie it into that little system and make energy a resource in this case, while woodcutting, which we thought was really interesting because, as we said, energy doesn't really do a lot, and exploring ways to give it more functionality in the wider game, I think, is a cool thing to look into. And yeah, these are big axes, so it makes sense to use energy for them. And with the rations, it just works nicely.
Could you see yourself, I mean, depending on feedback, obviously, could you see it tying into energy, tying into other systems in this way? Is this sort of like a first test approach and then seeing it build, or is this something that, you know, we're kind of waiting to see feedback on?
I mean, we went from our discussions while designing this. We think we would like to explore energy in other aspects of the game. Yeah, obviously, if something players hate, then fair enough. But I think from a design point of view, it's nice to tie into those systems and expand them to give them more uses. Because energy is kind of just sits there, not really doing a lot aside from making you walk every so often.
Cool. So yeah, there are some people that I've seen in the chat that just straight up, you know, aren't a fan of the mechanic. We're hoping that by giving you a demo of how this works, explaining a bit more in detail, especially how it links in with rations, that will ease some of your concerns. But you've rightly raised, like some of the players have rightly raised, that run energy is quite scarce in the game. And there is nothing worse than feeling like you have to take stamina potions absolutely everywhere with you. Some players have kind of pointed out that it might encourage alt accounts being used to trade stamina potions. Do you have any thoughts on the downsides of tying this mechanic to run energy, and potentially could you see yourself adjusting it following feedback if that does become an issue?
Yeah, so all right, let's touch on the forced word there, the F word. I don't think anyone's forced to do anything. We're introducing a mechanism with the Forester's rations that allow you to, with a bit of upkeep for a stackable item that doesn't take an inventory slot, get 10% extra XP. It's kind of, you'd stock up and you forget about it, and just every so often get some more rations or make some more rations. If by virtue of the fact that because the felling axe ties into an energy system, which is another external system, you can look at it and go, oh, actually, I could bring these extra potions, or I could do this extra thing, or I could wear this thing, and that's going to push the axe to their limits, then surely that's a good thing, because that adds the sort of agency and mastery over the systems that you don't get by just everything sitting in its own bubble off in the side. Tying systems together to expand the ways they interact and allow emergent interactions is what makes these games interesting. So I don't think being able to use those other things is a bad thing. I would say stamina potions, the drain stopping effect doesn't work with this. It will still consume the energy. So the only thing you'd be looking at is stuff that gives chunks of energy back. But I'm not entirely convinced that's going to be that much better, because you have to stop cutting to consume them. So yeah, I don't know if it'll be worth it compared to just having a load of rations. yeah, I wouldn't be so hasty to just to avoid doing this kind of thing. Obviously, if everyone goes, no, we don't want that at all, then fair enough, I'll concede. But stuff like graceful, like you're chunking 40% energy, it's not gonna make a dent like your natural regen. So you're looking at rations and stuff like that. It's not going to be big enough to do that if you're chopping. So yeah, I think it's a shame people couldn't get their hands on it and try all those interactions, but that's my thought on it.
Are people still gonna be like, are they gonna run out of run energy, do you think, while doing forestry? So for example, if they need to run to a bank, do you think players will be hindered by that mechanic quite significantly, or do you think it's like...
Yeah, so with the way the rations and the way the numbers work out, if you're chopping with just rations, you'll be left on either 20 or 40% energy. So you're never left empty. So like here, if I chop a tree and restore to 40, I can just stop. On the next chop, it will drain it down to 20 with the rations. But I'm never left empty. And like you're not using that much energy with wood cutting, aside from the odd forestry event. So yeah. And someone's saying, what about no rations? The point is to use the rations with them. That's the trade-off. It's not supposed to be the de facto axe, right? We don't want this to just straight up replace one-handed axes. It's an option should you wish to use it and pay the upkeep and think about it a little bit.
Yeah, it is that trade-off that you mentioned where you can't just straight up provide a best in slot like XP buff axe kind of thing. Like there has to be something that you're willing to give up. And in this case, I'm assuming you're using the ration system to then tie into that and make it so that you can get that faster XP with less logs, but you're having that trade-off. So so I think you've already kind of explained how rations and leaves work with the two-handed axe. Is there anything else with this that you wanted to kind of address or discuss with the axe before we move on to the events?
No, I think that's it. That's about covers it. Rations, in case anyone doesn't know, you just make them with some cooked meat and a leaf of any kind. You currently get 3 rations, I think it is, per meat and leaf. So that's one thing we could do as well, look at upping how many rations you get per craft. But they're not exactly time consuming to make.
Awesome, cool. So we will keep an eye on your feedback, guys. We really appreciate it as always. Like, we're looking at the chat. We're going to be monitoring this because we know that we couldn't offer you a beta. And we really appreciate your feedback nonetheless. So let us know how you feel about it. Hopefully that demo kind of helped you to visualize it. We understand that there is some contention around the run energy mechanic, but we do ask that you give it a shot. Let us know how you feel about it. And then we will, of course, listen and adjust our approach if needed. So thank you so much. Right, let's talk about the new events happening. So Mod Squid, if you could demo some of the exciting ones, we really appreciate that.
Yeah, all right. Let's go over to the classic spot behind the bank. And
it's my favorite
let's
one.
take a look. What should we look at first? Take a look at the pheasants event, shall we? So I've got all the items in my kit. So for this one, the special item is the padded spoon to help carry pheasant eggs. And we'll just spawn that. There we go. We've got the Freaky Forester and some pheasants and a few nests. So with this event, the aim is to take eggs to the Freaky Forester to control the population, stop them reproducing so quickly. So at any time, there'll be 1 free nest. So retrieve an egg. We can only carry 1 egg at a time. And then we'll take that over to the Forester and get a bit of XP and some bark. In this case, I just got a pheasant tail feather as well. Periodically, the pheasants will change which nest they're sitting on. So one of them will come and try and stop people taking eggs from this one. But there aren't enough pheasants to cover all the nests, so we can just move over to this. If we're standing near a pheasant when it lands, or we try and take an egg from a pheasant, then it will stun us. So let's say I'm very slow and I don't move away in time. Then we just get stunned there and we drop our egg. So yeah, it's about dodging pheasants and grabbing eggs.
Very cute. And you're getting woodcutting XP as well. Yay!
Yep. Yeah, everything in Forestry you give some woodcutting XP, and in this case, I think my level's a bit too low, but there is actually a bit of thieving XP as well, some token thieving XP. Let's bump that up.
Nice!
So you can see it. That's scaled by your level. There we go. You get some thieving XP there.
Nice.
Just
Chat seems to be
eggs.
vibing with it. They're saying they like the XP drops. Any other questions in chat for this event, guys? So, are you getting like rewards from the events apart from XP?
So for this one, we're getting bark every time we hand in an egg, and
nice.
we're also getting these tail feathers, which you can use to make the new Pheasant Outfit. Or if you don't want that, or you already got it, then you can trade these in for bark at the Forestry shop.
Did I hear right as well that you could also get a transmog from this event?
Oh yes. Sorry, yes. Every time you hand in an egg, there is a chance of getting a pheasant egg, which you can feed to your beaver to unlock a pheasant transmog for it.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. I tried to get some images of that pet, but unfortunately I didn't get it in time. I don't know if you can spawn it at all, but yeah, I tried to get it. Oh, nice. We got a preview of the transmog. Oh, there you go, guys. How cute is that? Oh, very, very adorable. Yes, Ian Wishful saying I need that. Arya saying it's so cute. So this is a transmog for your beaver, guys. So if any of you have a beaver pet, oh my gosh, you're gonna be in luck. That is freaking adorable. Was there a reason why you decided to do it as a transmog, not as a separate pet? Is it just to kind of encourage woodcutting generally? Because you obviously get the beaver pet from woodcutting.
Yeah, we thought it made sense to make it a transmog because the beaver is the woodcutting the woodcutting pet, sorry, and this is still woodcutting. So just having a slightly more common drop that allows you to transmog the beaver that you've already got via woodcutting made sense rather than adding yet another unique pet.
Awesome, nice. I think there was another event that gives a transmog. Do you want to show us that one?
Yeah, let's do that.
Squid.
So, have we waited enough time? Let's see. There we go. So the poachers event, we've got a fox and some poachers, and these guys are going to lay fox traps around the area, and the fox is going to wander around, and if he walks in them, he gets hurt. So what you want to try and do is disarm all the traps before the fox, without the fox dying or being incapacitated.
Look at
maybe.
the chat. Look at them. They're like, no, save him.
So yeah, if you're already disarming when a fox walks over it, that's okay. That's safe. But yeah, we want to keep up on these and save the fox. So in this case, you get a drop of woodcutting and hunter XP.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, my level's too low again, but
yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I could definitely see myself doing this. Like, I can't see a fox get trapped and not want to help it. Sage is saying, "What does the fox say?" Very, very nice.
So the item for this is a trap disarmer. So if you have a trap disarmer, then the event can spawn and you'll get more rewards for doing it. Same as the other events.
Oh, And I assume this fox is the transmog, right? That you can get for your beaver?
It is indeed. You can turn your beaver into this little guy.
Oh my gosh. I think that might be my new favorite pet, honestly.
We'll show that,
Can you
show that
imagine?
after.
I think that's like best in slot pet now. Like, I want it. So yeah, if you guys have a beaver, you could get your hands on a cute little fox.
Yeah, let's... have I unlocked it? There you go.
Oh, very nice.
There's a little fox pet.
Cute.
There's a little
Yay.
yap yap.
Nice. All right, I'm looking at chat. Some of you guys are fans. Let's go. Nice. Cool. So, I believe there is something else that we have to show everyone, which is the Pheasant's Outfit, I believe, which is purely cosmetic. There it is, you guys. So, Mod Squid, can you tell players how they can get their hands on this awesome fashion scape?
Yep, so those pheasant tail feathers that we saw from the pheasants event, you can just... I can't remember off the top of my head how many it is. But you can buy, I think it's 15 per piece, 15 feathers. And you just combine those with some wool and a needle, or thread and a needle, and you can create each piece. So you just craft it sort of the same way as other forestry items.
Awesome. So random Kiwi asks, will it change an emote? Do you know if it will?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at the moment. Yeah, it probably won't. That may be something we can look into for the future.
Cool.
There is some dialogue if you're wearing it and you talk to your pet, though. The fox or pheasant.
We'll let you guys figure out what that is. I'll be surprised. Yeah, I'm not seeing a chess piece. So is that intentional, or just we just need to get one? I'm not sure.
That is, yeah. That's the complete outfit we've got. Yeah.
But is
Just
there a
hat,
chess
cape,
piece for
gloves, and
it?
boots.
Okay, yeah.
No.
So there's no. Well, so you can fashion scape your chess piece, basically. Cool. All right. Well, that is all of the questions I had prepared, but we have about half an hour for chat questions if we wanted. So I'm happy to take questions from chat if you guys do have forestry questions for Mod Squid. But be obviously nice and respectful, and let us know if you have any. I can hear someone in my ear. I feel like I'm going to be told something. Hello? Okay, yeah. Yep. So yeah, we have about 20-ish minutes to talk with Mod Squid. I'm going to ask questions from the chat and bug him until we have people ready for Path of Glouphrie. So, is Mod Squid's beard made of pheasant feathers? Mod Squid, what do you have to say?
I'd like to think it's softer than that. Treat it nicely, and it can be like nice down, I suppose.
So, are there any measures being taken to prevent players with a fox pet from trolling players during the fox trap event?
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, actually. We're probably going to change the color of the event fox slightly, so you can differentiate them.
Nice. Great thinking ahead, Lord Aoshi. RT is completely off the menu from Salamaris.
What, sorry?
Teas, like I think it's like the teas that we proposed.
They are for the now. I obviously liked the teas, but yeah, through the various rounds of feedback, we just decided it wasn't the right thing at the moment. But maybe one day.
Cool. Yeah, we will always take into account community feedback, and we'll always listen to you guys. So I believe the teas were a huge part of the feedback when we were doing community consultation, which is why we removed them if for whatever reason the community want them back, you let us know. Kick in Dev says, what is the best way to get foresters rations?
You just need to craft them. So cooked meat and leaves that you just get from chopping trees. There's the secateurs attachment, which you can buy through Forestry, which will give you more leaves when you chop trees. But if you're chopping trees with a Forestry kit, then you'll get leaf drops. So yeah, gather leaves and meat.
Nice.
They are
Kind of
tradable
following
as well.
on from that. Cool. Thank you. Following on from that, Daylen asks, can we consider restoring energy during forestry events? So if you do an event, you restore your run energy, I guess.
I'm not sure they need to. There is, there is a bit of running, but there's not that much running, and there's enough time between events to sort of regen a bit, or if you're using the axe, as I say, you can be left on 20-40%. But that's the trade-off, the thing to consider when you're using the axe. So
cool.
I wouldn't be rushing to restore the energy.
Is it fair though that when it's released, we'll look at feedback in terms of run energy, and if it becomes an issue, we can look at balancing and how we can help that, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll absolutely be watching, monitoring feedback and looking at tweaks and various things and seeing how everyone feels about it all. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's the right thing to not go too crazy on the run energy stuff, because it may not be an issue, and then we may end up giving you like overpowered buffs for something that isn't needed. So I'm just looking for more questions. If you see any questions, by the way, Squid, feel free to just pick them out. We've got about 20 minutes to kill, so
I guess we could show more events while we're talking as well.
Oh yeah, that would be good, Squid. If Mod Spear is able to just spawn some of the events and we'll chat while you're doing them. Do you know what the use is for leaves now that teas are gone? Could you explain that?
Yeah, it's pretty much just rations now, I'm afraid. So, but maybe in the future, they can be expanded to more things. But leaves were in the game already, just in case people didn't know, and they didn't do anything. So we expanded them into woodcutting. You can make rations with them. The idea was to make them usable for teas, but yeah, we'll see now. Hopefully there's more things we can use them for in the future.
Awesome. All right, I'll let you spawn a new event, and chat can kind of just be amazed.
Let's take a look at some endlings, shall we?
Can Mod Squid give me any tips on growing a beard?
Get yourself some nice beard oil. Keep that the skin in good condition, and then it will treat you nicely
nice.
too.
Okay, I'm looking for a forestry question. Is there a release date? So depending on feedback, we're still kind of looking at the release date, but it should be sometime relatively soon. Not crazy soon. We'll try and get you the release date in a game update news post. Just depends on feedback and how we feel about everything with the stream and how you guys are handling the info. I
just saw someone saying they want to see campfires, right? You can do that.
Someone asked, will there be a two-handed crystal axe? Could you see yourself doing that?
There is a two-handed crystal axe, yes.
Oh.
Yep. You can reshape it at the singing bowl.
Is that the same for Infernal Axe?
No, there's no Infernal Axe, because that does already have an effect. It may be something we could do in the future, perhaps, but not initially.
Cool. Will there be an axe that will have a higher level requirement?
Would there be an axe a new axe, or
That comes from Tazaz, just asking if there's a higher level requirement for any of the axes, or if they're...
Oh, no, they're all the same. So you just need the same requirement as now for 200 axes. For crafting them, you need a smithing level equal to the woodcutting level required to equip it, if that makes sense. So like a rune axe is 41 woodcutting to use it, so you need 41 smithing to make it.
Awesome. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of questions about bonfire stuff, so if you just want to talk us through what that is and the XP rates and stuff, that would be great.
Sure. So yeah, right now we've got a campfire here. We can rest at it. She has this nice little sitting animation, drink some tea. We can check it, see how long it's got left, because each time you put in a log, it will extend the duration. And then you can tend to it, where you can just burn an entire inventory of logs in one click. So it gives, I can't remember the numbers we quoted. I think it was a third XP. It was in the blog. I think it was a third XP of the burning a log normally, but you don't have to touch it. So it's a really easy AFK way to get some fire making XP if you've got extra logs.
Nice. So I saw a question in the chat. What is the rest option on the campfire? Is that just purely for chilling? Like, it doesn't give you any actual energy back, right?
Yeah. It's rest is just cosmetic. Yeah, you can just sit around. It works on diagonal tiles as well, so everyone can sit around the campfire and just chill. But yeah, just cosmetic.
Cool. Right, I'm just looking at chat. Will the pyromancer outfit boost the rates of the logs burnt at the campfire? Asks Optic.
Yeah, it should do.
Cool. Not sure why chat is saying that the smoke looks phallic. You guys are something.
What do you mean?
What was the thought process behind it being only cosmetic? So, did we initially want it to be rest to be doing more, and then we removed it, or what was that about?
Yeah, rest originally was actually when campfires would work kind of like teas, like a communal teapot where you can put leaves on and burn it and you get a buff. Resting was the way to get the buff, like register yourself to that campfire. So we've just left it in as a nice cosmetic thing. We haven't gone for energy restore because that in itself is a can of worms. If it's something people want to see, then it's something that can be discussed for future, but yeah, not at the moment.
Cool. So the door isn't closed on that, guys. Are these changes available in free-to-play, do you know, Squid? Or are these members only, like the events and stuff?
Most of it's members. So all the events except the Entlings require an item, and all the items are members. So the Entlings event's free-to-play. The rest of them are all members. And the rewards are all members as well. So yeah, it's mostly members for this time.
Cool. Right, I have a ton of chat questions, so I'm just going to fire away at you for the next 15. I'm so sorry, Squid. What will leaves be used for now? I think we touched on that now, but if you can just reiterate, because I'm seeing a lot of questions about leaves and their use still.
Yeah, so they are currently just for making rations. You can use any type of leaf to make rations, and you get them from chopping trees. But yeah, just rations at the moment. Hopefully we can expand them to do more things in the future. But this is more use than they had before Forestry. Slowly increasing the uses.
Okay, looking for more chat questions if you guys have any for Squid. We have 15 minutes. Nothing about Mod Squid's beard. We've had 2 questions already about that. How much can you save with plank vouchers? Is that from the sawmill voucher?
So each sawmill voucher will give you 1 extra plank. So every time you make a plank, it will give you another one in exchange for the sawmill voucher, and you can buy them in. Sawmill voucher, 10 vouchers for $50. They're $5 each, and they'll give you an extra plank per voucher.
Cool. Can level 3 skillers use the two-handed axes?
Yeah, if you can use one-handed axe, you can use the two-handed axe.
Cool. Right. Could they swap between the forester's and lumberjack outfit by paying a fee to the forester?
Once you've unlocked it, yeah, maybe we can add that to feedback. Just something to look into. Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions? We have 15 minutes with the wonderful Mod Squid. I really appreciate chat for being so lovely today. How long do rations last, and how long do they take to make, Mod Squid?
So to make a ration, let's show it, shall we? If I can remember what the... Oops. Oh, it is that. Awesome. So we've got some cooked meat there. We've got some leaves. Let's take out 5 leaves. These leaves... Oh, don't have the cooking level. Sorry. Let's try that again. Use... I could type.
Yes, you can post your feedback in the Twitch chat and on the OSRS Discord. Just make sure to at me, and I will make sure that's collected for Mod Squid.
All right, here we go. We can make. So we've got four meat here. So we'll make all the rations. Boom, 3 rations, 6 rations, 9.
A couple of people saying, can we use fish for rations? I'm not sure.
Right now, it's just cooked meat. We could certainly look into some other ways to make them. Yeah, other meats that could be used, just to make it a little bit easier to make them. Yeah.
Do people in chat want fish in rations? Are you guys... Is that a big thing? Seeing a few yeses, some no's. But yeah, I don't know how big of a job it is, Squid, but some seems like people like that idea.
Something we can look into, maybe as a sort of improvement post-launch. We'll see.
Cool.
See where we get to. It's just makes it slightly easier to use it, I suppose, because it's a bit easier to get than raw meat. Although if you're a normal account, you can obviously buy those off the GE.
Cool. Sorry, did I interrupt you there, or should I just fire more questions at you, Squid?
No, go for it.
Okay, so can you revert the crystal two-handed axe into a tool seed?
Yes.
Okay. Are bonfires going to be free to play? I believe you said no?
No, but I think, no, bonfires are just anything. If you can burn the log, then you can make a bonfire.
Okay, so they can be free to play. So what items coming in Forestry Part 2 are going to be added to the collection log?
What's in at the minute? We have this on our list to do. Probably very similar to what's it under. Yeah, there it is. So probably, these are mostly on trade worlds actually. Maybe the pets, and that might be. We'll have to look into that. I need to double check all the tradability and stuff like that. There'll be a few bits.
Okay, so uncertain at this stage. Sorry guys. If you do have feedback on it, please let us know. Any other questions? We have 10 minutes with the wonderful Mod Squid. How many people
Pheasant
can
Outfit in the
AFK on
question
one?
again.
Yeah. How many people can AFK on one bonfire?
As many people as you can get round one bonfire. Yeah, there's no limit.
Okay. Will offering ashes at a bonfire give prayer XP?
No.
Okay. Are two-handed axes going to change Chambers of Xeric in any way?
I don't know. Are they?
I don't know
That's,
either. I don't know if that was. How will it affect Wintertod?
How will it affect Wintertod? In what way? I'll get more XP.
I've only done Wintertod
shot.
once. I hated that.
I don't think actually. I don't. What did we change? I can't remember if rations get consumed at Wintertod. Actually, they might not. I can't remember. I don't think
Rag
we
said
changed
this
a
is
lot.
the worst Q&A ever. I'm sorry. We have 10 minutes to kill. I'm so sorry. We're waiting for the next round of Gmods to come on stream, so we're literally just trying to kill time. I'm so sorry. Okay. Can you talk about the log basket, Mod Squid?
What about it?
Just talk
sure,
about
I
it
can talk about it.
for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, we are updating the log basket to be emptyable anywhere. There is that.
Okay,
So that's good.
Nice. Would you guys rather us answer these questions or have a be right back screen for 10 minutes? It's up to you.
We're just that good. You'd rather look at a be right back screen.
We can have a poll in the chat. Poll. Poll. 1 second, guys. Be right back screen or this for 10 minutes. Be right back screen. Craft. Q&A. Okay, right. You guys go vote. Vote in the poll. I voted for be right back screen. What beard product do you use, Mod Squid? There's another beard question for you.
There's a company called Norse Beard Oil or Norse Grooming or something like that in the UK. They make a very nice forest, woodland scented.
Nice.
That was the Enchanted Ritual event anyway. You have to pick the odd one out and stand in it. We can show the leprechaun improvement.
Nice, yes, please do.
So now you can stand in rainbows during the leprechaun event, and you get a little buff, an invisible buff, that when you chop a tree, it will use a bit of that buff and give you more XP and bark, as if you had been in an event for that time, if that makes sense. So like the XP and the bark you would get from a normal event is kind of offset and given as a buff that you can use to chop a tree and get that reward back. If that makes any sense. So right now, you feel more touch of the tree rainbow, right? So now I chop this. And it's going to say, you use your leprechaun's luck to gather some mana infused bark. So we get the XP, extra XP, and the bark that we would have got from in the event for that time. So you stand in it so you get a little like...
Stackable?
Boom. Yep, yeah, they just stack up. I can't remember what the limit is off the top of my head. I think it'll tell you when you're full though. But I think you can have it. You can stack a few of them in theory.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mod Squid, for that explanation and for coming on the Q&A. We really, really appreciate it. I've just gotten word from our live stream producer that we can now transition to the Path of Glouphrie playthrough, so our poor chat will not have to endure me spamming you with questions. Can we all say a massive thank you to Mod Squid for this? And we will put you out of your misery soon. Well, actually, no, because you're going to have to endure another hour of voice acting. But thank you so much, Mod Squid. We really appreciate you. And we will have the release date for you guys hopefully soon. But thank you so much for your feedback and Mod Squid for being here.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the feedback.
Thank you. All right. Well, we can play a trailer for you as a transition and then get on with the playthrough. Bye, guys, or see you soon. Oh my gosh, welcome back, guys. It's been forever. We are joined by the wonderful Mod Sween,
Hello again.
Mod Bruno,
Hello.
and Mod Kieren.
Hello, how you all doing?
Woo! I know that chat has said we have already done this quest, we've seen this trailer, it is old news, but guys, what would you rather do with your Tuesday afternoon than watch a bunch of JMods after a scuff Q&A play through the quest? So, woo, we're gonna do that today.
Here I am.
Well, you're here now. You're forced to do this. We are doing this. We're gonna have a good time, and hopefully chat will have a good time. We've got such a stacked lineup. We're gonna voice through the quest, and you guys can have your AFK games and play Old School while you listen to us. So yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
I'm 1 minute away from 99 crafting. I'm just going to do that on the side.
Yeah, we have some
got 99
AFK
crafting
games
last night.
ourselves. Nice. All right, cool. So we're ready. We're gaming. Bruno, take us away.
Hello. Sick. So, I haven't done this on my own account, only in test, but we're going to breeze through it, surely. Get rid of
Nothing
runes.
could
I know
go
what bit I'm
wrong.
waiting for you to struggle with.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we have to... Actually, you know what? I'll open the quest guide.
Quest guide,
There's
noob.
Og. That one.
Are people
There we
playing
go.
along?
Yeah.
If you've not done Path of Glouphrie yet, this is a great time to go and do it.
Yeah, I'm
you
on
in a
World
live game?
350, so join me if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
we
come
got
to
to-
World 350.
Talk to this bloke, King Bolrin. And yeah, I've got all the requirements just in case.
And you can listen to us doing awful voice acting. That's the real trait.
This is some community building right here.
So,
Okay,
should we get going? Are we going to wait for anyone?
let's go. Let's do this.
First one here wins, but anyways, let's kick it off.
No one wants to
Yeah.
be here with us.
Oh, come on. I'm going to do it now.
I forgot the script. Who's doing
we doing-
what?
Are we starting? I am Bolrin, I'm Terror Guards, and I'm Argenforg. You guys know who you are?
Yes. Long
Go on,
range
Sween.
melee player. Okay.
Yeah. I think this belongs to you.
Who's the game?
I can
Who's
be
the
the game.
narrator?
Yeah,
take it,
you
yeah.
can do the game.
King Bolrin gives you an amulet.
Hello again, Bolrin.
Hello there. It's good to see you again.
I see you have a new pet. That's kind of sus.
Ah, you've met Dumpling.
Dumpling? I suppose it looks a little bit like a dumpling. An evil six-legged dumpling, that is.
Hey! Dumpling isn't evil. She has cute ears and a little bobbly tail.
Shall we?
Start the
We
Path
can
of
start the
Glouphrie
quest.
quest?
Yeah, we can start the quest. Yeah.
Is it?
Look at it. It's clearly evil. It has 6 legs. I thought evil things came with 8 legs, but 6 is pretty bad as well. And those eyes, those black beady eyes. If you stare into them, you can see into its black soul. My character's really scared. Anyway, that's not how I know this creature is evil. I've seen one before, and I'm afraid I'll have some bad news for you. You know.
What are you on about?
I came across some creatures like Dumpling at the Gnome Stronghold. They're evil things created with dark magic. If this is anything like the situation at the Gnome Stronghold, then Dumpling was sent by Glouphrie to wheedle itself into your affections and spy on you. But let's do this quickly, just in case.
What? You can't be serious.
I'm afraid so. The creatures are shrouded by illusion magic to make it look like a cute pet, but in reality it's a horrible, black, spiky thing. It's watching you all the time, sending details of all your secret dealings back to Glouphrie.
Like TikTok, mate. You've been listening to too many gnomish children's stories. Glouphrie hasn't been since before I was king. He's almost certainly long dead by now.
Well, what if I were to prove it to you? I unmasked the creature of the Gnome Stronghold using a machine created by Oaknock, the engineer. Maybe I could do the same thing again.
Hang on, I'm too far away. It's going to need to be very solid proof for me to just cast Dumpling aside. She's become my constant companion.
Oh, it will be solid. I just need an anti-illusion device. I don't suppose you have one of those around here.
I don't think so. What does one look like?
A big machine made out of wooden crystal.
Crystal? As an elven crystal? I haven't seen any elven crystal around here since...
Since
Eunoch came to visit.
Eunoch?
Oaknock's son, of course. This was a long time ago, before I was even king. But if anyone would have had a device made by Oaknock, it would have been his own son.
So perhaps there's a device nearby. When he was here, where did Eunoch spend a lot of his time?
He did a lot of work down in the caves. I think he liked how nice and quiet it was down there.
Sounds like I need to pay Glouphrie a visit. Oh, we're back soon. Okay, now we go
Nicely done.
mess with his device.
Nice.
I'll look for it if it's there.
I mean,
Being
the
followed.
presence of Eunoch and Oaknock suggests the existence of Willownock.
Maybe.
Deep lore.
Gnomish law. Yeah, now if I remember rightly, we go down here.
Where's Magic Knock?
And I think I go talk to this guy. Glouphrie.
Ah, it's Glouphrie.
Who's Glouphrie?
This is
You've,
Mod Bruno.
Wait, I'm not Glouphrie.
No,
Kieren's
no.
Gullery.
You gotta say the
I'm
name.
Gullery. I'm Gullery.
Oh,
But you know, you say
yeah,
your
yeah, my
line.
bad, yeah. Okay, hello, Gollery. How'd you get out?
These hobgoblins aren't very smart, are they? Didn't take much to lure them inside.
He's a quest helper, bro.
Just go through every
Should.
single.
We're going to be here all day. Found anything interesting recently?
It just so happens I have. Take a look at this book.
Book. Gollery gives you a book.
A book.
Thanks.
A book.
I need your help with the device.
A device?
That's right, one made using elven crystal.
Ah! Well, I've got plenty of elven stuff. It's all lying around here somewhere.
Why do you have so much? Are you some sort of collector?
Not me. My grandfather. My voice is just changing. At least he used to be. I'm not sure whether he's still alive or not. He hasn't sent me any souvenirs for a while now.
Souvenirs?
That's right. He was a funny old gnome, old Gramps. He got into a bit of a trouble a while back and couldn't really stick around. He ended up travelling the world and even collecting elven artifacts after that. It used to be a monthly occurrence. A terror bird would turn up with a big parcel and I'd throw it in with the other stuff in the storeroom. It's a bit of a mess now in there.
Storeroom. Could I take a look?
Oh, certainly. I should really sort through all of the things at some point. There's probably some quite cool stuff in there. Have a look in the other chamber, and you'll find a small tunnel into the storeroom.
Thanks. So,
What
Where's the
convoluted,
storeroom?
like, a story about his old Gramps, like, going crazy and travelling.
Kieren, you're showing us up. Like, we're gonna have to step up our voice acting game now.
The strategy
Yeah.
is just do something embarrassing and people enjoy it.
so I think this is an easy thing to figure out. We just push it.
Someone said your voice acting is gonna be a RuneLite plugin.
Oh, he knows the strats. He knows the strats.
And here we
You
go.
need to open the other chests up and
Oh,
off as well.
it's locked. Yeah, go figure.
Ah.
So this one. Ooh, this one's got pieces, not that. The key. That's a cool book.
I'm not reading all of that. Sorry
Yeah,
it happened,
me
or a
neither.
cool story, or a happy for you.
So we have a crystal key and a seed.
You know
How
what
do
to do.
Free.
Bruno.
Oh yeah. I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Do you?
Lunchbox says, not gonna lie, I had fun with the
There we
puzzle.
go.
I felt so smart after it. So, nice.
So now I
Nice
think we can
feedback,
do the
thank
puzzle after a short cutscene. Sorry for cutting you off.
you. Oh, that's fine. As you approach the machine, you spot a diary on a lectern nearby that could be worth reading. Oh. Oh, please don't let it be a lot of text. Nah. Happy for you or sorry it happened. Either of those.
You gotta
I
go
think the
through it,
cutscenes. So we'll just go through the cutscenes.
You can't read it fast enough. It's just gonna. Oh, you do click.
Yeah.
Are we voicing this? Or are we just? I know you're boring.
I think
You're
there might be a
boring
little
with
bit
the
lengthy.
instructions.
Oh yeah, I think we just skip it, guys. It's a lengthy cutscene.
do it.
You know?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Oh, don't know.
All right then.
Okay.
We start again.
Give the players what they want.
when I become king of the tree gnome villages, I thought I was lucky. For I did so during a time of peace. However, it seemed the peace was not to last. Human activity in the area was increasing, and conflict between the two races seemed inevitable. Fearing the worst, I had my trusted advisor reach out to King Helthrog of the Gnome Stronghold, but his response left much to be desired. Do you have an advisor?
That's Kieren.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. My king, we have received word from King Helthorg.
Finally! How long before we can expect this support?
He will not be sending any support, my king. He does not wish to start a conflict with the humans.
What? But can't he see what will happen if we don't act now? The humans will destroy us.
I have conversed with the spirit trees, my king, and they are in full agreement. Without action, the humans will be our doom.
Halthrog has become a weak-old fool. He's blind to our problems.
All may not be lost. I hear his illness is progressing. Soon, the gnome village will need to pick a new ruler.
They'll almost certainly pick his son. But Arthenthrog is just as bad as his father. If he becomes king, he will only appease the humans.
Look at the size of these guys' chins. Like, has anyone else just noticed that? Like,
Absolute crimson
Giga
chins.
chat.
then perhaps they need presenting with an alternative option.
Yes, perhaps they do. Don't know why he's so high-pitched compared to his advisor, but yeah. We got 2 more cutscenes to go. It's a lot of cutscenes. I should have chosen a better voice.
Depends who's in them. Oh, there you go.
And so the reign of the most famous Gnome King came to an end. With Halthrog gone, voting on his replacement would soon begin. Many expected his son, Arthenthrog, to be the only serious contender. But my advisor and I had another idea. I guess that means wanted.
This quest has the biggest hand tech in the cutscenes, though, doesn't it? Like,
No paintbrush sound effect. We should have done that. True.
Despite our best attempts, Arthenthrog looked certain to win the election. Helthrog was the great king far longer than he was a weak one. Everyone assumed his son would be as great as he was. We needed to show them the truth. We needed to show them that Arthenthrog was weak. My advisor said he knew how.
look at the magic. Free food.
Right, I've been muted this whole time.
Argenthog! This is human food!
So it's true. A gnome who loves humans more than his own kind.
I don't understand. What is this?
The truth is out now, Arthenthrog. You are not fit to be a king.
This is all a lie. I've been framed.
The evidence is right here in front of us, Argenthog.
Wait. I know what this is. Father warned me about this.
Right, what is this guy's hair doing? Like,
What are you on about?
look at that
What?
hair! Like,
Seek out Eunuch at once. Tell him to switch the machine on.
Here's Enoch with his machine.
It looks sussy.
Who's this
Dun
bloke?
dun dun!
No way!
Glouphrie!
Oh, I didn't believe it. I trusted you.
You only have yourself to blame, Bolry. I simply told you what you wanted to hear. Never forget that.
Sound effects. Shh.
There ended my campaign to be the new king of the gnome stronghold. Arthenthrog was crowned soon after, and Glouphrie disappeared once more. I don't know what the gnomes of the tree gnome village will think once they hear what I've done, but it does not matter. They deserve a better
Someone
rule than
said you
I.
sound like salad fingers, and you do.
Oh, man.
And so
You
I am
say-
preferring to leave the lands of my people. Foul illusions cannot be allowed to shame us gnomes again. The one who chooses to practice such dark arts will be punished. I will not make it my life's purpose. I won't make it my life's purpose.
Can you say a rusty spoon in that accent?
Maybe later, once we finish the quest.
As a treat, thank you.
Okay, so yep, that's some blocks. Now I think we get to mess with the machine. And this is where I pull up the chart because I don't really know these. So we got 3 plus 5, 8. We need an 8, which is like an orange square. Okay, and for this orange pentagon, it's worth 10. So that's pretty simple. We need to make up 2 things to make 10. And I've got a yellow triangle, which is 9. And an indigo square, which is 24. So yeah, these are huge. We got pretty simple numbers.
I'm so glad I'm not controlling the character for this. We would never get past this bit.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm just doing my amethyst. You crack on, mate.
These puzzles.
Bruno
man.
MVP.
I swear I saw
I
an
didn't
orange
realize
square.
you could just cycle it when I first did it. When I played with these machines, I didn't realize you could just keep pressing the arrows and getting different options.
It's just coin roulette. At this point, I'm just going to keep spamming until I get the right one. Wait, no, that was red. I need an orange square.
Orange square. Red square.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Oh,
one
there
of
you
them.
go.
And we need to make 10. What can make 10? I reckon we could maybe break this down a little bit.
Someone said a yellow triangle and red circle in the chat.
Do. Need like elevator music.
I'm sweating. I'm like, so many people. Oh, hell
Well, I was
yeah.
saying
We'll
earlier-
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I've got music now. What I was saying earlier when I was muted, I can do a gnome impression. Look, I can do the chin. Cosplay Bolry.
I'll go for that.
Oh, have you got him?
Nah, I need a 9. So I'm just going to roll until I get a yellow triangle. Wait, I've got a yellow triangle.
You already got a
Sick.
yellow
We
triangle.
fixed it, we fixed it, we fixed it.
Woo!
So this was orange square. Be really funny if it didn't work now. Hey, it worked. World record time
Nice
right
one,
there.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh, great there. I
Not
still think it's
dumpling.
cute as hell. I still think that's cute. Is that
Yeah, she's now a
bad?
goth pet. It's just a goth pet now. That's it.
Still cute.
I'll take a shortcut. I'm ignoring the noobs outside.
Oh.
Yeah, mate, you forgot something.
Hello. What?
Chimes.
Nah.
Apparently?
You didn't change your seed into a chime. But yeah.
Ah,
so,
what a
we're so
shame.
clever teleporting back to the village base, but look at you now.
Oh, they're outside anyway.
Oh.
Always
Yeah,
taking
but they
a
know you
shortcut.
called them noobs now, so.
The chat's off. They can't harass me back. Okay. Good save though, because otherwise I would have continued on the quest and got stuck. This is where all the bug reports come from. Just people getting stuck. Okay. Into this mode, I'll go say hi.
Yeah, say hi.
He's already started writing. I'm
The
sorry.
bear.
I'm sorry.
We've got the cannons.
Whoa.
Here he is.
Well, it sadly seems you were right. Please get rid of the nasty creature and then we can talk.
Scottish now.
Of course.
Oh, you just killed it.
Rip.
R.I.P.
Thank you for dealing with that thing. I apologise for not believing you before.
You scouts.
It's not a problem.
While I am glad the matter has been sorted, I must admit that the situation has me quite concerned. You said that there were many of these creatures posted all around the gnome stronghold.
That's right. There were 6.
Why did Glouphrie send so many there, but only one here?
Maybe he thought it was more important to spy on the gnome stronghold than our node.
Yeah, I have decided that gnomes are from Liverpool.
That's outrageous. The gnome stronghold is not 6 times more important than our village here. He should have sent at least 4 watchers, maybe 5.
It's like Peaky Blinders now.
So you want more evil watchers?
Oh yes, I mean no, of course not. Still, Glouphrie has a lot to answer for. If I ever get my hands on him, I'll give him a good talking to.
Right. Well, maybe we should start by trying to find him.
Yes, of course. Still, that won't be an easy feat. It is said that after Glouphrie was driven out of our lands, he founded the hidden city of Arposandra. To find him, we must first find Arposandra.
And nobody knows what Arposandra is. Not a great start.
Indeed, many a gnome has tried and failed to find the city. Still, some like Long Ramble are still out there searching for it.
Long Ramble?
Yes, one of my citizens. Long Ramble is a bit of an explorer. He's been out there searching for Arposandra. Hey, move your parsec. For some time.
Imagine.
Did he offer any suggestions where he thought it might be?
He said that he was sure Arposandra is somewhere between here and the edge of the world.
Okay, that doesn't really help.
No, I suppose not. Still, if you want to find Arposandra, finding Long Ramble might not be a bad place to start.
But how would I find him?
I'm not sure, but I bet Aluf the Gian Jr. could help. His restaurant can supposedly deliver food to any gnome, no matter where they are.
Uber Eats.
Sounds like the best option then. We just have to hope Long Rumble didn't end up finding the Edgeworld and fall off.
You'll find Aluft Gian Jr. in his restaurant at the Grand Tree. Good luck.
Mod
Oh,
Sween.
and if you find Glouphrie, tell him, I'm very angry with him.
Fuming.
Fist
Mega
shake.
fuming.
Fuming.
Human.
Okay, so let's travel
Fuming.
to the stronghold. Yo, he's already here. Hello, Noah. I'll be nice and not teleport around too much.
What accent are we doing for Gian? Seems Italian to me. Restaurant owner. Don't
I
know.
think if it's you, go for it.
That was my first interpretation.
Can't do-
As that Italian's the right accent to go for.
Giano.
But you're the one doing it. Wrong way, Bruno.
Buongiorno.
Right way. Somewhere. Where the hell's
Wrong
Jan?
way, bro. West.
He's Scottish and
Okay.
sells agate.
There, yeah, there
Can't
he
do
is.
a-
It all looks the same. Hey, there he is.
Oh god. Hello and welcome to Aluft, the gnome food delivery service. We deliver gnome. He's now turned into Norwegian. We deliver gnome foods to customers all over Gillinor. Do you want a job? We are always looking for new staff.
That's Count Chocula, mate. But I like it. Carry on.
Yeah.
I can't do Dracula.
I'm not here for a job. I need your help finding a certain gnome.
That's sensitive information, you know. Who is this gnome?
Are you just changing nationality like every line?
Okay, I'll just do my famous Texan one. I could do Texan. If
You gotta get a few lines out just to like figure out which one makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Long
Okay,
Rumble,
okay.
the Explorer.
Ah, well, that might be different. I have a long-standing order for Long Ramble. Problem is, no one's been able to reach him.
So you know where he is?
Oh yeah, I have his coordinates, but I can't find him on my Google Maps. 2 degrees, 7 minutes south, 3 degrees, 7 minutes west.
Right. Is this line in the original? The Google Maps joke? Because like this quest released like
Probably
this
not.
quest came out 2007.
Yeah.
They
I
were
don't think
ahead
they
of
were
their
big
Google
thing.
time.
Maps was a thing, but it was nowhere near as big a thing as it
Let's
obviously is nowadays.
let's go and do
Whereas-
the RSP version after this one.
Okay, easy.
Google Maps?
Of course, my maps are all on dried Dougal leaves.
Right. I guess I better get hunting.
You'll need the right equipment to find those coordinates. I remember a while back when the gnomic positioning system broke, one of my gnomes got some suitable gear from your human observatory.
Good to know. Thanks.
Oh, if you do find Long Ramble, I'd appreciate it if you could deliver his order to him. He's requested some tasty tangled toad's legs.
Yeah,
Alright.
nah. I Googled delivery guy.
America.
Oops, sorry. Okay,
That was
so...
some character development there, Modlight. I like it.
Thank
That
you.
was
That's
good.
the only accent I can do. Sorry, guys.
So the Google Maps line is in the original, released in 2007, and that's just 2 years after Google Maps came out. So pretty impressive.
Ah.
Damn. I'll take a bit of a shortcut. I'll just teleport to the fairing. Here we go. Whoosh.
Oh, J-Mod.
No, this ain't a cheat, but it's still pretty sick. I'm gonna search my max
You
cape
got
and get a
Aw.
crossbow and a grapple.
People tell us that perk is useless.
It comes in handy, just like the stamina perk every so often. Actually, the stamina perk could come in handy today.
Valley Gall now, apparently I need to do. Okay, cool. Hazelmere is gonna be a Valley Gall. Is that a... what? The tree doesn't look very well or talkative. I saw so many memes about this tree, by the way.
I think I'm meant to be long ramble, right?
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, do you want to switch with someone if you're talking to him?
I mean, I'd have to do
Long
both of them at
ramble,
a sit at one point, unless it's not talking to the players. I don't mind.
Up to you, Bruno.
I'll
If
do
you want to
so. I'll
switch,
do
I'm
so.
sure. Okay, cool.
Mr. Long Ramble, I presume? Trouble speaking? You're not one of those gnomes like Hazelmere that only speaks in ancient gnomish, are you? No, it's just, it's been so long. All this time with only myself for company. Well, it looks like you have some new company now. I'm Mod Bruno and I'm here looking for you. Why? I'm hoping you find something that I'm also looking for. You mean the edge of the world? It's been my life's ambition to find it, and be the first gnome to stare over its edge. Edge? Are you sure there's an edge? I've only heard it goes on forever. Everything has an edge. Eventually you find it. I'll keep heading westwards until I get there. If the world is spherical, though, you'll never find that edge. Spherical? Don't be silly. The world's certainly flat. If it was ball-shaped, we'd all roll off to the side, silly human. Maybe the world's round, but there's some magical force that makes us stick to the ground. Now you're just making fun of me. I don't think you realise the gravity of the situation.
Hey.
Come on. Right. Anyway, that's not what I'm here. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I thought you were looking for the hidden city of Arposanandra. That is true, but I'm only doing that as a detour from my journey to the edge of the world. I figured it would be on the way. And have you had any luck? I think so. There's a waste outlet nearby that I believe may be coming from the city of Arposandra. What makes you think that? Well, have a look for yourself. There's a huge swamp of nasty goo out west that definitely isn't natural. It's something coming from that outlet. That doesn't mean it's coming from Arposanadra, though. Indeed, but there's only one other thing. The outlet appears to be patrolled by a creature that suggests gnomish involvement. A giant tortoise! Okay, that sounds a lot more promising. Exactly! The thing is, there seems to be something wrong with it. It seems unwell. In what way? It has some large tentacles going from underneath its shell. Tentacles? That's more than unwell, that's warped. Well, whatever you call it, it's not normal. Maybe it's an illness caused by Glouphrie's magic. I better have a look myself. Go for it. The outlet isn't hard to find. It's just to the west. Cool. So
The
it's a little bit
plot
useful.
thickens.
Are these guys doing the quest with us, or?
It's so
I think
cute
this
that
is
they're
it.
showing up.
Oh, it's not instanced. Hello.
Oh.
We're killing the creatures. You need to unlock your spirit tree as well.
Isn't it still dead, I think? We'll find out later.
Someone in chat's like, what the hell did I just come into? This is the best stream you will ever watch. Okay.
Stream of the
Best
year.
content. Nominate us for a golden gnome, guys.
Why can't JMods win this?
Oh.
Anyways,
The roots are fully blocking the way forward. You can't see any way to bypass them.
oh no.
What do
That's
we
a
do?
problem.
What do we do?
You have to go and cure the tree.
Do I have to cure the tree? I thought we cured the tree at the end.
Nah, you do it now.
Damn it.
Use the chime on
Oh, we
the
need
tree,
it.
apparently.
Ah, that is kind of
Thank
smart.
you, chat.
I remember there's a cutscene
Thank
at the end of
you.
the tree. Let's go.
Yeah.
You should talk to the tree.
Yep. Hello. Was that you calling me?
Oh, the tree whisperers come to my aid! Thank Guthix!
Do you have a name?
You may call me Incomitatus, for I'm alone and friendless. You're not a small person, a Guthix. How do you speak with me?
I don't know. Can't anyone just speak to you?
Nah, only those who've opened their minds to the spirits of the earth can talk with spirit trees. You surely must have been trained by a great friend to us, as this is not a gift easily come by.
Well, it's true. I have spoken to the odd tree in the past. Oh, wait a minute. That reminds me of something. Hazelmere did something like this to me a while ago. You know, talking using the mind.
Oh, the one you call Hazelmere. He's a friend of the trees. He'd be able to help us.
Help us.
Maybe I could help in some way. What exactly is wrong with you?
I've lost my connection to the Anima Mundi. The Earth's corrupted me roots, and they find only black. What? And they only find black eco. My xylem and phloem is tainted. I'm alone.
I'm sure there's a way to fix this. What would Hazelmere do?
As you like.
Oh, sorry. What? What do you want? You shouldn't disturb me like that. I was deep in contemplation. Looking into the future is not something you can do on a whim, you know.
Hazelmere?
Yes, of course. You did call for me, didn't you? And what did I tell you about flapping your lips during a mind meld? Use your brain.
Right. Sorry.
Now, this had best be important. I was in the middle of a dream, a vision of the future. There was something I was meant to see.
It's good to hear that you're still as grumpy as always.
How did you manage to perform a mind meld from so far away anyway? Such skills are far beyond a human, unless... Of course, a spirit tree. I sense this one to be rather unwell. What happened?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Alright, let me try to sense the problem.
You sound like Hermione.
Oh dear. What's going on? Hazelmere? Help me!
Wingardium Leviosa. Alright, all done. And it seems you haven't suffered any permanent damage. That's fortunate.
Let me get my time turnaround.
Fortunate? You didn't warn me of any risk before giving me that nightmare.
You have a strong spirit. I assumed you'd be alright. And after all, it's the spirit tree that really matters. You'll only live for a handful of decades. The tree should live for centuries.
I'm not sure I approve of your low regard for my welfare.
The welfare of the tree is our concern right now. Something has poisoned the soil, blocking the tree's connection with the Anima Mundi. This is worrying in itself.
Why is that?
Well, no ordinary
There's a-
poison could do this. Only by separating the anima mundi from its source. What is happening?
Someone
no.
died with a bunch of cats.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry, you're confusing me.
I forget I'm dealing with a human. I'll spell it out nice and clearly for you. The anima mundi is created by all natural things. It is their soul and a sort of natural energy. It is powerful and dangerous, and only by the balance of Gothics does it remain in check. Creatures live, creatures die, the balance is maintained.
So, how has this caused Incomatatus to become ill?
Powerful magics could be used to separate the anima mundi from its source. This would produce a great deal of power, power that could be used in an unbridled way. However, doing so would unbalance the whole pattern of life. The ichor in the soil appears to be the unnatural waste product of such tinkerings.
There's a huge evil-smelling swamp of tar just to the west of here. Is that related?
Most likely, but to make enough of this ichor to create a swamp would take an enormous amount of work and would create a dizzying amount of energy. It would be an abomination to plunder the earth in such a massive way. Who would need to do this?
Glouphrie?
Maybe. Anyway, our immediate problem is to help our spirit brethren.
Is there some sort of antidote I could give to the tree?
If you had been paying attention, you'd remember that I said this is no normal poison. Some sort of spiritual cleansing will be needed in order to return the spirit tree's connection to the anima mundi. I do not have the power to do this kind of thing. This will require elven magic. A pure note created by elven crystal would have a purifying effect on anything nearby. Luckily, you seem to already be carrying the answer.
How do you know what I'm carrying? Oh, Mandold, of course.
Use your crystal chime to try and cleanse the tree. Let us hope it works.
Right, I'll give it a go. Bong.
Can we use the crystal chime on Twitch chat sometimes? That would be good.
Yeah.
Cleansing.
Oh, that feels really good. That cheers, mate.
God.
Thank you, Tree Whisperer. I can feel the anima mundi once more.
Not a bad job, I guess. Now, be on your way. I have meditating to do.
Cool. Now I assume I can get going.
Hell yeah.
The actual fun bit.
How much is there left?
We
have 15 minutes to speed run.
We can do
There's a
it.
huge amount left.
I think we got through
Yes,
most of the
right.
dialogue. Okay.
Thank you, chat, for sticking with us. We're almost there.
Oh, got someone doing. That's not the right
Zulra.
place.
Nice.
I mean, I
name.
guess it's a poison waste, but that's not the right one, is it?
Watch him get spooned the scepter on stream. Can you imagine if you got the scepter? We're revealing the drop rates in the news post this week, so not too long to wait.
Go on, kill one, Bruno, just to see if we get one. Because it would really annoy people, wouldn't it?
Did Sween get 99 crafting yet?
No, I'm like 920k away, unfortunately. That'll be a tomorrow thing.
Oh,
Still got feathers. Never lucky.
Someone's 872 dry on the warp scepter. No. It sucks. 21 KC, Bill's got it out. Nice. Spooned. 900
cool that so
drying
many
away. Oh my god.
it's cool that so many people are going for it. For the scepter.
Yeah.
I know.
Alright, here we go.
This is a big dungeon.
The helpful strategy.
Come on.
Yes,
come on.
stores. I think
There-
that will be fit.
There we go. Whoa, is that an 80?
Nice.
That's it. Keep pressing the wrong F keys. You go cheat? Yep, there we go.
Hey. Your time to shine, Sween.
Oh, I'm the terror birds, am I? Let me zoom in. I'll minimize you. So how did you get this ropey old job then? 72?
I think it's a punishment. 21.
What for?
I fell asleep while guarding upstairs.
You fell asleep? I thought the masters made it impossible for us to fall asleep.
I don't know. Maybe I'm defective. I blame the masters myself. Anyway, I've got the choice. Either take this job or go outside.
Outside? I don't even want to think about it.
Same.
Still. Still, at least you've got to guard upstairs. Things are always happening up there. I've been down here since I was depodded and nothing happens down here.
Why is the guy in the chat just going on about HDOS? Yes, I know what HDOS is. It's in the launcher row. I don't know why you're so aggrieved.
You'd have thought the masters would make it impossible for us to get bored as well.
You'd think so, but they always seem to be making a mess of the pods. After all, you've seen how many failures get dumped outside.
True. Wait, did you hear something? Calm down. Nothing ever.
Dun dun dun.
There's someone
Look at
outside!
that
What do we do?
The best
The red
animation
button.
in the game.
Every time you're freaked out about something, you just
They told us to never press the red button. Unless it's an emergency. Press the red button. Now! Don't panic. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. Press the red button.
Uh-oh, this might be a problem. Yep, that's a problem.
This is
He's
cute.
got- Oh, good. Now I'm stuck. Cass as well. Wonderful. Feeling dizzy. I can't think straight.
Oh, oh no.
This is it. This is the end. Help! Someone help me, I'm dying.
What are you doing, stupid human?
Are you deaf? You remind me a lot of the gnome I knew when I was alive.
You're not dead yet, fool. Snap out of it.
Hazelmere?
Pull yourself together. We haven't got much time. I was saving this for a special occasion. I suppose saving your hide counts.
Wow, that was some trick.
Meggle? I don't know what that means. It seems I have made my choice. So be it.
What did you say?
Nothing you need to worry about now. We need to get out of here.
Woof. We've been sent back to his little hut.
Woo!
Phew, that was a close one. Thanks for saving me.
Consider it a thank you for helping that spirit tree. You have shown a great empathy towards the anima mundi, despite being a human. Perhaps you could one day be a true spirit tree mage.
Hang on. You're properly talking to me without using a mind meld. I thought you only spoke ancient gnomish.
Bah, I've always been able to speak your uncivilized tongue. Muggle. Normally, I wouldn't lower myself to these rudimentary words, but given your recent near-death experience, I felt you would not have the energy for a mind meld.
That's unusually kind for you. Not going soft, are you?
Perhaps, but it seems I would be wise to ensure your safety. The future is not a place for old wizards like me. My autumn is ending, and only winter remains. Soon it will fall to individuals like you to protect the anima mundi.
What are you on about?
The anima mundi granted me a glimpse into the future. I had one final choice to make, and I made it by saving you. We now walk a path that we cannot stray from, so listen closely. Skilled brothers, numbering 8, will assemble to fight the Margaret Deceiver, and they will be heading northwards to confront him. The time after this is clouded to me, but I see you clearly, dressed in the evil garb of night, lightly decorated with ochre-like burnished gold, and the rust colors of autumn leaves. Though you dress in the colors of evil, you will not follow that path. You will remain true to Gothics. Of the 8, only 2 shall return. 1 represents the path of the Slayer, and 1 the path of the Warrior. Things might have been different, but I have made my choice, and it is up to you to prove that I made the right one.
Sounds like you've been having some bad dreams, or you've been reading some terrible stories.
Dreams often reveal truths masked by the light of day, but I know the truth of what I have seen in my bones. I have seen my end.
That's deep. But you can't die. You're a mighty wizard.
All I know is what the trees tell me. It will soon be time for me to pass the guardianship of the spirit trees to someone else. Maybe that person is you.
Guardianship of the spirit trees? I wouldn't even know where to begin with that.
I have faith that you will learn what you need. Anyway, enough moping about the future. You should be on your way.
But what about Glouphrie?
Considering you nearly died trying to find him, I suggest you leave that problem for another day, preferably after a better way has been found into Arpasandra. Now, I'm sure you have more important matters to attend than chatting to a cranky old gnome. Take these and be on your way. Woo!
Yay!
We finished it.
Yeah, mate.
With 5 minutes to go.
Chunky XP.
Oh my
I like
gosh!
how he's telling you all this profound stuff, and the character
Dude,
just
the
replies,
same thing.
"But you're a wizard, mate."
You're a wizard,
Actually-
Hazelmere.
Respawn.
Right. So profound, and you've got everyone dancing and jigging as well. It's just like not the time and place for everyone.
Yeah, he's gonna die,
There's
guys.
some
Be sensitive.
He's foreshadowing some
That's
huge
some
events.
serious foreshadowing. Yeah.
We don't really care. We're just vibing.
We're just having a party. Well, honestly, thank you so much, guys, for doing that voiceover. I think that was the best content we've produced by far on our Twitch channel. Forget Dead Man. Voice acting is where it's at, guys. I really appreciate being joined by Mod Sween, Mod Bruno, and Mod Kieren today on the live stream. We really, really appreciate your time. And thank you to Mod Squid, who was on earlier. Thank you to the amazing chat who stuck around. We really, really appreciate it. We love you guys. Does anybody want to say any final words before we say goodbye?
Yeah, so at the start of the stream, I spoke about bots and stuff. Maybe we'll clip it and post it out separately, but if you're wondering about bots and stuff, go back to the start of the stream and have a listen.
Absolutely. And we really appreciate you coming on, Sween, and explaining that to the community. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
well, thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks a lot.